We got Ole Miss hosting Oklahoma. Ole Miss is a 20.5-point favorite in Oxford. This is the early slate. These games are in order, by the way. Total of 48.5 on this one as well. And good gracious. Now, the last 4 weeks number, I cannot figure out. Oklahoma has done this twice to me. If you look at their PPA numbers, like on offense, they are just atrocious. But on defense, I think that's where things are getting a little screwy. I've got to check and see how weighted my model is. But forget the last 4 weeks number. Based on the full season, I've got Ole Miss by 19.5, which is exactly what this thing opened up. And the reason why it jumped out as much as it did, I think it got up to 21 before we saw some Oklahoma buyback, which when was the last time you saw Oklahoma as a 21-point dog? I mean, that's just absurd. But the reason why we saw this is because Oklahoma's offensive line is number 122 in havoc rate allowed, and Ole Miss's defense is number 1. Their front seven gets after it. They are really, really good at that. On the other side, as far as offensive line yards, Oklahoma's number 128, stuff rate number 116. Ole Miss's defensive line is number 3 and number 11 in those spots, as you can see right there. Looking at turnover rate, Oklahoma's number 83 in giveaways per game. Ole Miss is number 40 in takeaways per game. Penalty yardage, Ole Miss, not great at that. There's a lot of hidden yards in there. 84.6 penalty yards per game for Ole Miss, only 55 for Oklahoma. So there's 30 yards that Oklahoma can get. As far as the offense, I think Ole Miss is going to be able to score here. Oklahoma, number 75 in predicted points added allowed per pass. That's not great. And Ole Miss throws the ball 52.21% of the time, and they're number 7 in that metric. When it comes down to it, until Oklahoma gets this offensive line fixed, I can't bet on them. This thing's under 3 touchdowns. I'm going to go with Ole Miss to cover the 20.5. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.